GM fam, we are live with your host Phil X Contreras, where we talk about Solana NFTs, the love, the drama, and the vibes. We are going to talk about a DeGods drop, Lunar Project, Lunar New Year, the SAGA Pass Alpha, and lots more. Note that this isn't financial advice, just me talking about cartoon JPEGs that I enjoy for entertainment. All right, so let's get it started. We got something going on here. Right here we have Mike Dudas basically already announcing that things are looking good for Solana. Daily active addresses right now are 678,000, which is insane. I mean, you look at December right here, we were at the lows after that whole FTX situation that occurred. And then we thought things were looking bad. But then again, look what happened. We have increased significantly, and it was all because of BONK. So people have their things about BONK here and there, but overall BONK was a great asset this week for Solana. It brought a lot of attention. It showed what Solana can do and how cheap it was and how fast transactions were. A lot of people from different chains were using it and starting to notice that, hey, this chain is actually really good. So we're going to speak a little bit more about that on the Airdrop Meta and the things, the good and the bad about this, because now you're having a lot more people in it. You have a lot more people dropping airdrops, and you're having a lot more FOMO going in on random coins. So let's talk about that later on. All right. So the other thing that I want to talk about is Lunar Project. Lunar Project is basically still in process of probably getting their BONK. Now we got BONK going down right now. Significantly, but at some point the Lunar people will receive their BONK, so we shall see how this plays out. I do have 5 Lunar NFTs, which we discussed for a long time, I think for like maybe 2 months, about how cheap Lunar was when it was like around 3 SOL. Now they're at 13 SOL. So the next thing I do want to talk about is BONK itself. So BONK right now basically is the talk of the show. Ethereum people are talking about it. You have Polygon talking about it. You have people from YouTube, people from Twitter. Everyone's talking about BONK. It's all over on Twitter hashtags. And you have NFT projects also dropping down their own BONKs. Even though they didn't receive BONK, they're giving BONK out. And then when that happens, the NFT project usually increases in value for that one specific moment. So you have a Q, you have Just Ape, you have a lot of projects doing this. And at some point, it's going to end. And it seems like it's already ending right now. The other thing is that we have Frank DeGods basically saying that there's something interesting in the way. Well, we don't even know if it's in the way, but I feel like the guys and youth holders would diamond hand any airdrop sent their way. Just putting that out there in the universe. And then he talks about all this other stuff. Literally, the guys would be holding they basically hold their JPEGs forever. They're diamond holders. And then he says, this is definitely not intended for any prospective upcoming meme coins deciding on which communities to airdrop to. And then, boom, this guy, unless, ... And then that's to be continued. So I have no clue what's going on. Is it Twitter engagement? Maybe. Is it not Twitter engagement? Is he really dropping the drop? I don't know, but we'll find out eventually. Frank always plays 4D chess. He's always one step ahead. I didn't think this would happen. It wasn't even in my thoughts. I honestly thought it was over for DeGods as far as being part of this whole airdrop meta. But Frank, he's always there. He's always thinking outside the box, and we'll see what comes out of this. Maybe it was just Twitter engagement, but I found it kind of hilarious. We'll find out eventually what the deal is there. Now, U.S. employment is still at 3.5%. I mean, I'll speak to this about a little bit. So right now, 3.5%, people say, yeah, it's great. But right now, the Federal Reserve is trying to get unemployment rate at 5%, which means more rate hikes coming in. More rate hikes coming in means that the market will not basically sustain. It will not go higher, and you'll have to wait a while. With rate hikes going on for 2023, probably 2024, we probably won't see a big boom in the market anytime soon, especially with an unemployment rate this low. So, but somehow that tweet that just got in there. I just want to show it real quick. All right, so the next thing is SAGA passes. We discussed about this for a while. SAGA passes. GN, what's going on, Costa? How are you doing, man? SAGA passes basically is the pass for Solana phone, and Solana, well, they call it Solana mobile. And we talked about SAGA Pass when literally volume was at like probably 30. It was nothing. It was me, Sol Investor. We were basically trying to outbid each other buying these SAGA passes at 2 Sol, 3 Sol, and then relisting them at 4 Sol and doing that back and forth. Eventually, finally, Solana Spaces came out with some leaked notes saying devs got phones and more shipping right now. Airdrop for OG SAGA Pass holders maybe this week. Mischief with BONK. More SAGA Pass mints. Now, when that happened, SAGA Pass went from 3 Sol and exploded all the way to 12, 13, 14 Solana. And I finally sold mine like around 9 Sol, 9 point something Sol. So those were the cards I was playing. I was playing on SAGA Pass being an essential utility to Solana Mobile. Why? Because that's what they said they were going to do. But it took a long time for them to announce something, and sure enough, it did. Now, will this go higher? Probably, but I'm not going to play at that because I already made my gains on the SAGA Pass. So we'll see where it goes. Now, on the other thing, we also have Lunar Project also doing something on Lunar New Year, which is BONK. I think they're going to be doing a lot more than just BONK, because we were talking about how Lunar New Year was probably going to be aligned with Lunar Project on something very important. I mean, it kind of aligns with zodiac signs. It's Lunar New Year. It's, it's something very significant for the Asian world. So BONK, it cannot just be BONK. It's got to be something else. And that's what I'm waiting on. Lunar token, basically, Lunar NFTs have gone all the way up to 13 Sol because of this. And people are now seeing what's going on with Lunar. And we'll discuss about that a little bit more. So now let's get into the secondary market and what's going on. What did I do? And first thing, the volume. All right, so we have Tesco here. I always look at this. The volume 24 right now, it's at $5.2 million. So you have 401,000 Solana. Magic Eden at 76%. Coral Cube at 12%. Hate Swap at 8%. That's really good, actually. I mean, usually Magic Eden, well, in combined with AMM, they're usually above 90%, 92%. But right now, they're like at 88%. And Hate Swap has, it's gone a little bit higher. It's probably due to that whole Magic Eden situation they had, where they basically had some kind of issue with the scripts, and someone was posting up fake NFTs. It was a wild ride this week. These guys really tried to stop it. It looks like they fixed it. So it's probably due to that. And because, Hate Swap was safe and you were able to buy NFTs on Hate Swap easily. So we have that, right? Now let's get into the secondary market. I sold some SAGA passes, as you can see right here. It went all the way, it literally boomed. It went from 3 Solana all the way to, now it's 18 Solana. That is insane. I sold it right here at 9 Solana. I got my 3x, but going up this high, man, that is definitely insane. I mean, it could probably still go higher. I could definitely see this like at 50 or something, but I'm safe playing it here and selling it here. And so, yeah, I don't think we got to speak more of that. We talked a lot about Solana mobile phone. All right, Kiki first, 2.91 Solana. It's still going up. I'm actually quite surprised on this one. I did sell mine when it reached 2 Solana. We have Taiyo Pilot still in the middle of 42 Solana. Nothing much going on here. It did dip a little bit. The one thing that they did announce, they basically said that Taiyo Pilots are now deflationary, and that's going to play a big significant role for the Taiyo Pilots, because now they're going to have some type of gamification here for people to destruct their NFTs, and then that should basically raise the value of the pilots as well, because you have supply going down. When supply goes down, there's more scarcity. So We'll see how this plays out with the Taiyo pilots. It's an interesting move for a big project like this, and I mean, I'm quite curious myself on how they'll play this out. So we'll see from there. All right, so Taiyo Robotics still at 290. ABC hit 200 soul. This was one project we discussed when it was like at one soul, man. And look what our baby has done right now. So I mean, to whoever got in this one at one soul, crazy, man, crazy. I still have my one ABC though. I still have that one ABC. So we got Elixir all ovals here as well. 36 Solana. They came out with the BONK pass. And the BONK pass was supposed to be this pass that is supposed to give you a free mint on Elixir, but it seems like they changed plans. So I bought one BONK pass because of it, and they said on their Twitter that they are basically doing a raffle system on this, which I think wasn't right. I think they should have named it differently on their actual website, because on their website it says a little bit different. So it's minting a random one BONK pass entity gives you one free mint on the Elixir launchpad. That's what I read. That's why I bought this. And then I went on Twitter and I saw this, and I felt like I was gypped, honestly. But I'm not the only one. There's a couple people as well that feel like they were gypped from this. But I'm sure they'll fix it. They'll realize their mistake, and then we'll just move on. So we'll go down. Let's actually just go down to the red, because there has been a little bit more red around here, which is quite nice, because it's been quite boring the past 2 weeks. There wasn't really that much going on. Everything was pumping. Now there's red. Now there's things that probably look interesting for me to buy on the secondary. Remember, it's best, if you're watching this, it's best to do your own watch list onto what you want to buy. Don't copy mine, because mine is made to where what I understand as far as NFT projects. There are other good NFT projects out there, but I just don't understand them. There's Helions. Helions are great. Everyone talks about Helions. I don't understand it. So when I don't understand it and it goes down, I get scared. And when I get scared because I don't understand it, then I sell it. So for me, I like to just get into things that I understand, because if it goes down, I would know why it goes down. But overall, that's basically why. That's basically how I play this thing. So we have a couple things that it's quite interesting to me. Not really the degens. I'm still waiting on this to go more lower. BVD cats maybe. It's gone down to 3.40. So now I'm just getting curious, but honestly, I'm gonna wait till it goes somewhere around 2.50 to really start getting my curiosity up and start looking into this further on what they're building. I actually did buy Toys R Us. This is one project I actually did put my did wet my beacon. It's at 3.35. They're at 4.96 right now. 496 listing. It still has a lot to go as far as how low this thing could go. If what they're doing right now, if it keeps on going for another month, this thing is gonna hit 1.5 soul. I'm not gonna lie. They haven't announced anything on their Twitter page. They basically have kept quiet for like a month. I mean, look, this was the latest announcement, December 13th, and it was a retweet. It wasn't nothing else besides a retweet. So I just being honest, they're doing horrible as far as marketing. But the reason why I bought this thing is because on anybody's Twitter, they said, and this is quite interesting for me, and maybe I can find it. They basically said that they realized how horrible they did. They had a huge meeting because of it, and they're gonna try to fix things up. Maybe they deleted it. I think they deleted it. That is crazy if they did. But when they said that, that's when I went into Toys R Us. I looked at the price. I looked at the project, thought about it a little bit, and then I basically said, why not just buy one during this moment? I mean, they did say something. They did say that they were going to try to fix things, and then I really do believe Anybody's is not going to ruin their reputation over a project like this, because they have other big opportunities that they can use from with Toys R Us. They don't want to go to the next Web2 brand and be like, yeah, we screwed up with the biggest toy store out there, but you can trust us. They don't want to do that. I mean, if they do that, they're pretty much done. Someone else is going to come in and take over what they do. So they're really focused on this project. And the thing is, so I bought a Toys R Us because of it, because I think they're really gonna work hard on Toys R Us. But the thing is, they're not. I don't know how that actually works with Anybody's itself, because I bought this as well around 20 Solana. It's up at 26 now. I was thinking Anybody's was gonna go down because of it, because now they're focused on Toys R Us and trying to make Toys R Us. And I was thinking Toys R Us gonna go up and Anybody's was gonna go down. Just kind of like the whole Tesla Elon Musk situation with Twitter. Elon Musk is so focused on Twitter that Tesla investors are now getting worried, because then he's not concentrating in the actual industry of the vehicles and energy. So now Tesla's going down like crazy. That's what I was thinking was going to happen with Anybody's, but it did quite the opposite. And so I mean, we'll see, dude. I really do think they deleted the Twitter here. They said that they are they huddled up, and maybe it's in here. Wow. I don't see it, man. So maybe it wasn't my eyes. I don't think so. It wasn't my eyes. That's what they said. They said it here somewhere. Let me know in the comments. But yeah, that's why I bought Toys R Us. That's the main reason why I bought it. I saw that tweet, whatever it was. That tweet was somewhere, but I'll find it later on. So and obviously, this should be the sign too that the tweet happened. So we'll see how this plays out with Toys R Us. My game plan with Toys R Us is where is this at? Oh, here we go. All right, so I only bought one, because I do think this could potentially go further down if they said they're gonna announce something great, yada yada yada. Nothing happens, so the people are gonna be bearish, and I'm gonna buy one more, probably around 2.43, somewhere there, and then just wait from there. 2 is my max, too risky, and then if it does 2x, then I'll sell one. If it does 50%, I'll sell one. So that is basically my move for today, was basically Toys R Us and playing it for a month or 2 months. As far as everything else here, there's not really much. I'm looking at Toys R Us was basically the main thing here. We we have Degen news. I'm still looking at this. I'm still kind of like, I mean, I really don't see it yet. This the NFT project, just the art, I mean, doesn't really catch my eye. It's kind of just like a meh. What they're building out is kind of like, they're creating content. Everyone creates content. I'm not seeing, besides them reporting very well, they're very, as far as trustworthy and what they announce, it's pretty good. It's pretty reputational. That's what I enjoy about them. But I still want to see more. I still want to see more if I'm gonna get into something like this. As you can see, it's still accumulating right here, and it's still at 14%. So I'm gonna watch this. If for some reason 2 months from now it's at 3%, it's down here still, I probably will get in at some point. But something I'm still watching. That's why I have it on my watch list, making sure I'm keeping track of this. That's why I love Tensor, man. Tensor is my favorite. I don't know what I would do without this, because I really hated my way of looking at NFTs back in the day. It used to be Magic Eden, clicking project, going back and forth websites, and then there used to be Hyperspace, same thing, clicking into the project and then going back, pressing back. This made it simple, man. I used to use Ameritrade. It was for stocks. It's almost exactly the same thing. I had my favorites here. This is just a game changer for me, because everything's just aligned where I just have my favorites. I could just kick easily. What's up, Dig Bits? What's going on, my man? All right, so overall, I mean, OK Bears is kind of coming down. This one is actually gonna get interesting, but it's not yet on my radar. It's taken its dip finally after that huge run, and it's now at 65. So I'm gonna closely watch this one as well and see where this plays out, and then I could potentially come in at some point for this one. Experiments, it went through its bull run. I mean, massive bull run. Something that we talked about at point 50, and you can always look back at my live videos. If you really want to see the proof, back in my live videos, past 10 videos, we were talking about this at right here, already at 4.50. That's 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't know, somewhere probably 7, 8x somewhere there, and it's still going. But the thing is, right now, I do think this is gonna go probably 8 SOL at some point. It's 3% right now. People are still holding it. It's still accumulating. Yeah, I do think it's gonna probably reach around 8 SOL at some point. And I still have my four experiments, I think 4 or 5 experiments, and I'm gonna hold it till that point. I'm gonna sell one and then sell one more up here, but it's gonna take a while. It's a little bit different now. For me, this used to be less risky. I would buy 5 now. At this point, I mean, Jerzy's still building. I still believe in what he's doing and how it'll increase, but it's more the higher it goes, the more riskier, the less gains you'll get out of it. So it's just something to think about, and that's why for me, just Toys R Us is really the only one that I'm just trying to think about, see where this goes. Really really risky though, because again, there's no tweets, there's nothing coming out of these guys. It's just blank. But I'm hoping that huddle, that NFL huddle that they had, really changes thing. But we'll see in 2 weeks. If it hasn't, I'll get I will get a little worried on that. Helions. Okay, so this one I gotta look into this one, because Helions, they're a Web3 payment service. That's how they were gonna build everything out. They will basically make your life easy as far as transactions between employees, merchants, all that good stuff. They are accumulating right now. It's at 4.30%. This is actually looking quite good, and these guys have been hidden around the radar. There are, it doesn't look bad. I'm not really a fan of how blunt it looks. It's kind of just like, I feel like I can do this. I feel like I could put a background and then just put this here. It doesn't look too detailed, but overall, it's the tech that I'm amazed at and what they're doing here. They, let's see if we can find it here. They have this nice payment service system that people are using, and this team is also like very well made. I mean, you can see it right here. Like you can, I wish. Oh, here we go. Let's see here. 2022 paywall API, pay streams, Helions NFT monetization, NFT gating, plugins with Shopify, Web3 content, paywall, ETH launch. They're really working on a lot of things here, and overall, they're building a community as well, and just something that I'm actually gonna dig deeper into and see how this whole game plan is working with Helions. But interesting as well. As far as the greens, there's everything I've talked about 4 weeks ago, 5 weeks ago. All of it has pumped. I mean, Lily has pumped. We're talking about 8 SOL. I bought this one. Sources pumped. It went all the way up from 2 SOL when we talked about it. Lunar pumped when we talked about it at 3 SOL. Just it's just everything, really just pumped. I mean, what else can I do? That this is there's not really much, man. But Toys R Us, that's basically it for me right now. That's it for me for today. Now, the other thing that I do want to talk about is how check IMSO crazy can plan. All right, I'll check it out. See what that is. Now, the other thing I do want to talk about is this crazy airdrop meta that we got going on. I mean, the way this whole phase after bonk happened can get kind of, how would I say, careful, I guess. This is where this is the point where now the carefulness has to play out. All right, so changing the way you think of NFT gaming, Solana composability. Oh man, there's a lot of mutual following here with all these people following this project. Kais, Jakes, there's Janik, Solana Princess, Tom, Frank. Oh yeah, there's a lot of people following this project. Cause Solana with only raindrops, really. Mint, chimp plus stake. All right. I'm definitely gonna check this one, see what's going on here. Appreciate it. And yeah, put this in what they're doing. So you have these crazy airdrops coming in. You got this one called Frank. I'm actually worried about sharing this stuff because people will go in and just buy it. They're saying we're tired of the injustice. They're gonna airdrop to DeGods, Utes, OK Bears, Cats because Bonk did an airdrop on all the other projects besides these big ones. You had Chili that did their airdrop after Bonk became successful, and then this one doesn't seem like it's. I mean, it's trending at 12.3K, which is quite interesting, but it's an airdrop meta. That's what it is right now. People are just throwing out coins right now in Solana. Other people are probably going to come from Ethereum or whatever and are going to basically start their own. Well, I don't even know. But people are just going to come and try to replicate this to make money off of it. The whole point of Bonk was that Bonk was decentralized. It was given to the community. People actually built it for that reason. They airdropped it to NFT communities and they made it fun. All these other ones most likely would just be for money. That's like the big difference. So more than likely, people are going to become exit liquidity from all this. So, I do have friends trading this in and out. But for me, I just concentrate on this. This is my little baby. The further I go out as far as quantity, the less I'm going to be good at what I do as far as quality and what I concentrate in, which is a small bag. That's why it's boring. What I do is just boring because I'm fully concentrated on this. This is what I do, and that's it. And yeah, every now and then I'll go outside and look at things. Obviously, I have to because you can't just look at this. But overall, that's basically how I play this. But other than that, I mean, I did trade a little bit of chilies. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I got a little 2x in there. That just kind of destroyed my whole statement 30 seconds ago. But join our Discord, Value Vibes. Get in there, talk to us. We're always talking there with our boys. We go live Monday, Wednesday, Friday, around 8:30 a.m. Eastern time. Also for Value Vibes, which is like a podcast between me, Soul Investor, Zircon. We go live Tuesdays and Thursdays where we just chit chat, talk with each other about everything NFT entertainment, and that's also around the same time. So go to our Discord, check it out, hang with us, all that good stuff. So, all right, that is basically everything I have for today for the Friday. Have a good weekend, everyone. It's been a pleasure. It's been an interesting week with Bonk and everything that has been going on with Solana NFTs. It's still going. Solana's still going. Nothing has changed. The only thing that has actually changed was FTX, which actually made this Solana more decentralized. So now we actually have a full community around Solana. So anyways, much love. Smash that like button. Comment as well. Keeps me going. And peace.